All right, with that, I would like to welcome everyone to the 2025 Z1R Winter Tournament kickoff. We're going to be doing some wheel tonight. I am joined here by Rick. How are you doing, sir? Hold on. I think Rick is missing from my audio. 1 second. Let's try that again. Can we hear Rick now?
Well, I guess I'm not the only one who can produce videos around here. That was good stuff.
All right. So, a few odds and ends to get into before we get to the wheel because that's standard for me.
We're just delaying the inevitable around here.
Of course. They wanted me to make you louder, so there we go.
You realize the trouble you all are getting into? There's going to be nobody to blame but yourselves.
So the tournament format. As stated, we have 92 participants in this tournament, which is an amazing showing. So thank you all for signing up. Thank you, Truant Gamer, for signing up 6 minutes before the deadline, which made me sign up as well. So yeah, 92 participants.
They're just living up to their name, being a truant gamer.
Yeah. So it's gonna be 6 weeks. So it's gonna be starting tomorrow. Each week runs Sunday to Saturday, and it's gonna go up till the 22nd of March, which is 6 weeks. There are 2 key dates to be aware of. First one, it's February 14th, 2025. There is going to be a Valentine's Day race that is being organized, I believe, by Malchior. So,
yeah, it's going to be organized by both the Melchiors. Big thank you to them for stepping up on that one, taking the reins on something that JSR had created several years back. Gonna be a fun time. Information about that race is in the announcements of the Z1R Discord.
Yeah. So just keep that in mind when scheduling your races. Obviously, it's not a absolute, dismissal from having a race then, but restreaming might be a little more difficult because other people might be running in that. So just something to keep in mind. And also, 1 month later is going to be the 10th anniversary Z1R race. Hard to believe it's been 10 years already, but it has. And that's going to be a huge race. So Friday, March 14th will be the 10th anniversary race.
Yeah, we're going to have some anarchy. And in fact, we're taking over the Triforce Triple Play. So there's going to be the races at 8, 10, and midnight on the 14th of March. Hopefully, people can turn out for 10 years of Z1R.
Then we get into the brackets. Brackets will be from the 23rd of March through about the 3rd of May. I say about the 3rd of May because obviously if the finalists want to run, on Sunday, it's not going to go to the 3rd of May. It's going to end in April, but something around that time. So, it's going to be a winter and spring tournament, as is usual for our tournaments. There's going to be 2 brackets, as the preview said. There is going to be the main bracket, which will be the top 64 runners. And there will be a second chance bracket, which will be the remaining 28 runners. So no matter where you finish within the Swiss, you will advance to one of the brackets. Obviously, want to compete the whole way through, but I mean, the best part about Zelda 1 Randomizer is racing, so we want people to get in as many races as they can. But I think this is what everyone really wants, right? I mean,
Yeah, I
I
think.
can keep talking if everyone wants, or we can get to the wheel.
I mean, I don't know. I think we could go ahead and discuss various topics around here. But yeah, I think the people around here would like for us to pull out this wheel and start spinning to find out what are going to be the 46 pairings for week number one.
Absolutely, 46 pairings a week. That's gonna be brilliant. So, I do before we get to it, I do have to thank my wife, Crystal and Crow. She is gonna be doing all the name inputting, so I don't have to, which is really gonna be a relief for me. So, thank you to her. And of course, thank you again to Fred for getting the wheel all put together.
Yeah, we've had some hiccups with this wheel, but it's good to see that we're able to pull it out of storage without any major breakages to it.
Yeah, we'll see how many times it breaks. Hopefully none. None would be a great number. So what do you say we get the first spin?
Yeah, let's see who's going to be the first one up.
So the first runner for 2025 is Equations 19. And they will be paired up against
That's a heck of
Sis
a way to
Crusher.
start off your tournament when you have to face off against Sis Crusher.
All right, let's get our second matchup. We have Vincent going up against the Pirate Sheep.
Or the Pirate
Yes, I'm not fixing the formatting. People will just have to deal with it. I'll post the actual better formatted version in the Discord then.
At least it isn't typoing their name like I did, what was it, SG Live for the online tournament last year.
Parrot Sleep, yeah. Our next pairing, we have
Wait,
Zarnax.
I have a problem with this.
What's your problem with
I,
Zarnax? Oh, it
I
wasn't the
I
40
think he,
second one selected?
exactly.
Zarnax will be going up
Heads are going to
against.
have to roll for this, and well, they gotta have heart.
Wow. Zarnax CJ.
All right, so yeah, that should be one spicy meatball.
I love these pairings already. So earlier, I know in chat, Rywek was asking if he entered. Yes.
Now,
The answer is yes.
yes, whether or not they would like to still be entered in the tournament will be discovered in just a moment with this next wheel spin.
How about Cantaloupe Me?
Yeah, that will be a pairing. Yeah, all right, thank you.
All right, time for our next pairing. DEM Gaming or Juice Ex Machina.
There's only so many times you can say that it's going to be a special matchup because we're going to get a lot of that here.
Yes. Against Cookies, CD Improv.
And the question is going to be, what kind of cookies?
I mean, I vote chocolate chip.
Not a bad answer.
And now we have Bakuda. Facing off against Niori Fox. I saw Niori just pop into chat, so good timing.
Eh,
Good timing.
Yep. Arrive and get your pairing. There you go.
All right, we have Zardia.
Stardy, who came into the tournament announcing that they're going to be doing this in the honor of Rat Boy.
And Zardia will be facing off against JJ Shabato. Who's better known as Special K.
Special K, aka one of the runners that likes to press it when it comes to Asorless activities, although the lack of extra candles might make that interesting.
Absolutely. Some interesting flags we threw into this one. All right, we have Magic Friends.
Who's Magic Friend's going to get? I would like for people to start calling their shots in chat.
It was almost you, but it's going to be Malkier.
Yeah, because we need a repeat of that match that added like 5 years to Crystal Saver's life.
Maple. And Maple will be going up against Fearwolf. Okay, it's time for Yumi. It's Yumi in chat to call his shot.
Yumi versus you.
Apparently me. That's what I get for opening my mouth, right?
Yes, indeed. Just as a note, you will not be able to race tomorrow night, Yumi. Gee, I wonder why.
Yes, tomorrow night is completely off the table. All right, we have some BBQ coming in.
All right, well, I get BBQ. There we go.
So BBQ and Rick.
That should be a fun week 1 showdown.
All right, we have Chaos.
Yeah, we already do. I mean, look at the first 11 pairings.
Yeah, I mean that too. Bless B calling out wanting Chaos finale. But it is not going to be. It's going to be a random runner.
That would have been awesome if that wound up happening. You needed to give the wheel a little more oomph.
It's sticking. Hey, we got a jammy.
Who wants jam? Who wants jam? Call your shots.
How about
if you're no G, you got him. Well, one later, here's Fred. I would have loved the Jam versus Fred match again, but we've already had that a few times around.
Just a few. At least we know that the wheel is not broken, just removing Fred from it.
Good. Now, who gets the creator? It's going to be Melchior. Oh,
Fred
my
versus Malchior.
goodness. Oh, gosh. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. All
Random
right.
effect.
RE coming back for some more randomizer action. So let's see who RE gets paired up against.
Random effect gets Endy. Oh, that's going to be a good one. Two very skilled runners, both in vanilla as well as the randomizer.
All right, now we have Potato Pony. Do we get the Potato Dream?
No, we do not.
Going up against Milo.
All right,
Sea
Falcon.
Falcon. Going up against Custom. TAH.
Alan Heffley. Who's getting Ta? Looks like Angel FM is.
I would also like to commend you, Rick, for being able to read these names just from the wheel itself.
Well, it gets a little easier with every pairing, as the chat is pointing out. Vonky is our next one.
All right, who are we getting against Bonky?
It is going to be Hiyo. And to restate and for chat asking, it is going to be 6 weeks of Swiss. The top 64 moving on to the main bracket. All right. Angry Bird time. Who's getting the Angry Bird?
I mean, this is where I was sort of hoping you'd fall, but
Oh, we'll get it at some point in time in this tournament. Instead, it's going to be Thumpa.
or Tom J as we know him.
Babino, almighty Babino's turn. Let's see where we're going to go. Spatter.
Next pairing.
Eat my steel. Versus the Stun. That wheel has come up close to Ice Blue's name a few times.
Yeah.
I know Ice Blue's been sweating.
Yeah. So this is going to be our halfway pairing. So let's see who we get.
Rono JJ. Against King Doll. Bring out your ice hockey figurines.
All right, time to start the second half. A lot of good runners still on here.
Catastrophe is now the next one selected. Against Delicious algae. AKA Pleco. You're always melting unless it's that freak 9-inch snowstorm there, Ice Blue. Ugandus. And we get a Sausage Link. And we have Mako, our Groundhog winner from last week. Versus the other potato.
Let's see how many more times we can get wedges right by Ice Blue.
Danny P. Speed coming back for some more. Against Sci-Town. Sci-Town constantly trying to tell us that they're washed up, but I don't think Sci-Town is. But let's make things interesting in that matchup. We get Stags now. Let's make things interesting in that previous matchup. We do one game of those two with Z1R, and then we flip the script and have it run SMB3R. How about that?
I'm game for that.
All right, who's getting Stags? Stags versus Bogey Smalls. All right, here's Antlers. I know somebody was mentioning Antlers versus Ice Blue in chat. Let's see if this one happens.
I mean, if not, it's going to end like right next to Ice Blue.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at this point in time. Not this time, but it's the Gob one.
That wasn't anywhere close to Ice Blue.
The Blues are hovering right next to each other with Ice Blue and Jess Sandy sitting next to each other in the wheel. All right, Dragon Dark. Versus Kennedy. All right, Dig Shake.
We're just getting all the old names coming back up now.
Yes, we are. Versus Leslie Pro.
Number 32.
Yuri SK.
Okay, so Rick, I think we're just going to pause here a moment.
Fury, who do you want?
I mean, Ice is really, really campaigning for it.
Yep, and I also see people bringing out the Furk emotes. Mrs. Melchior voting for Jess Sandy, which would be right next to Ice Blue.
Let's go.
Here we go. And the winner, VTorp.
Solo.
There we go.
One match too late, Ice Blue.
See, the wheel does know how to pick your name, Ice Blue. Neonane. Neononane, rather.
Going up against...
It's a Starman. And no, you cannot trade people on the wheel. No matter how much you bribe, give us money under the table.
I'm just putting this out there. Fred is the one to bribe. He works the back end of this site.
Yeah, but you're the one who clicks the button. Happy Orange. Versus Paratroopa. People working on the deals with Fred now. All right, Bomby. Who's getting Bomby? It is Bomby versus Shatty.
All right, we have 10 pairings left.
That sounds like 20 people left on the wheel. Bless B now on the wheel.
Or off the wheel.
Versus Late Bit. So sorry, Late Bit, you cannot be the last Royal Blue on the board. Slamu!
Pull out your rafts. Who is Slamu getting?
We'd find out, but they keep going back and forth on the raft.
How about Money Mercs?
Money Mercs. Yeah, I think we could do that. Now we get Druis. And I think there's one person on this wheel that I see that I would love to see Druis get paired against.
Well, here we go.
Is it going to be? No. It was almost there. Just a little too far. Ort is the answer to that one. Pairing number 40 belongs to Just Andy 8.
Okay, we'll pause again, Jess. Who are you calling?
I see a lot of answers here. Just wants Caffey. All right, let's go.
All right.
Let's go. Spin it. Let's see if it happens. Is it going to happen? No, Truant Gamer.
Truant. Jess versus Truant.
Entry number 92 is who you wind up facing off against, Jess Andy.
No, 91. I was 92.
Entry number 91, that forced in entry number 92,
Yes.
Truant Gamer. All right, Mr. Dunlow is going to face off against Sharky.
PDX.
All right, PDX Rex, let's go. Who do we got? It's going to stop on Brewers fan JP.
So JP is our last dark blue wedge off the board.
I love the fact that with 8 spots left, 4 of them are light blue.
Yeah, on my monitor, they're like slightly different shades of blue.
Right, there's 2 different shades of blue, but they're all, in the end, still light blue.
Yeah, Kathy, Diane, and McMonkey are all the same shade.
All right, let's go. Pairing number 43, and we're going to take one of those blues off the board with Diane. All right, Diane, who do you want? Who of the remaining 7 do you want? Diane has asked for Upno and doesn't get it. It's Dr. J, PhD.
All right. Just 3 more matches.
And we're going to take Caffey off the board. And who does Caffey wind up facing off against?
So the wheel has some jokes because, like, it always waits 1 extra spin or something to give the person that they called for.
Yeah, exactly. Caffey is getting McMonkeyed.
So all 3 of those darker shades of light blue are off now.
All right. So Nick has a game. Is it going to be DK, J. Coper, or Opno Point? I see DK wanting J. Coper. Is this going to happen? No.
It is not.
It is not. So let's give it the ceremonial last spin since we know the final pairing.
Funny thing is I have to actually spin this, otherwise it won't let me submit. So GG to Opno Point, you are our last spun runner of the initial 2025 wheel.
Opno Point is number 92 tonight. Ta-da! And wheel week number 1 has been determined. So just as a reminder, we are starting tomorrow. Obviously, we do have the weekly race again tomorrow, and the time for that race will be as soon as I take a look at the poll results, because I know that I closed that poll earlier today. But we have that going on tomorrow after that particular game that's going on. But we do have matches starting tomorrow. When is the deadline for week number 1?
Deadline for week 1. Try to get all your matches finished by 9 o'clock on Saturday so we can do a wheel, for the next week. We will be doing the wheel on Z1 Randomizer from here until week 6. But definitely try to get them done. The earlier the better. They give me some time.
Just to clarify, that's 9 o'clock
Eastern.
Thank you.
Yes, 9 o'clock Eastern time.
6 o'clock Pacific.
Yes.
But yeah, don't forget about that Valentine's Day race. It's going to be happening on Friday, February 14th. I believe it's at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. Melchior has more information up on the Z1R Discord. And Krim, let's have some fun.
Yeah, just a few more notes. First of all, Just Andy posted a race time link. If you would like to do a race tonight, celebratory race, go to the Racetime GG channel of Jamie Like 5902. I think they'll be kicking that off here shortly. All of the runners now have the runner role. There should be a channel for the participants, so you can do all your scheduling. Just make a thread to do your scheduling there. And I will post the link for submitting your matches. We will also get all the volunteers, their roles, So you can start looking at matches and signing up for those as well. So be on the lookout for that. And if you have any questions, go ahead and DM any one of the tournament admins. We all have that tag, so you can tag one of us, all of us, however works for you. But good luck to all the runners this year, and I have one final slide. Just want to tell you all good luck. We're both counting on you, and go birds, let's hunt.